Hey traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. Welcome to today's update. So over the start of this week, we've seen a fair bit of choppiness from the risk majors to the USD. We saw some pretty good rallies going into the London session yesterday, but they were cut down in last night's New York session, and we're seeing a little bit of the same so far today. So stronger Asian sessions, but a bit of a fade is starting to come in now. So what we're just starting to look at very briefly is we are seeing trend breaks here, and we are starting to see a lower high here on the AUDUSD. We did like this move yesterday, saw the confirming support here, and we had further support down here at that 71.40. But if we don't see a bit of a fight back and revival by buyers, we could start to see more pressure from sellers. And if we do see that, the first point, if they'd be looking to break a bit at 71.60 and then down to 71.40, if we saw a move through those areas, we would be starting to think that there's a confirmation of a trend break underway. But we really do see those points broken first. So it's the same story for the euro. We are seeing these good trends here, but we have seen a trend break here with one move down now, so it's really just up to sellers now just to show if they can control momentum and continue on with that weakness we saw late yesterday into the session. So there is some demand really, basically down, well, starting from that 1.1792 going down to this area here, which is 1.1753. So there's been some demand there. It did stage a fight back yesterday, but again, we're just going to see how these bars go. They're both inside bars to this key move down, and we just want to see if momentum can shift. The Euro's probably been more confident out of the three, but with the London session just about to start, we'll see if sellers can continue on with this work that's been being put in over this last really 4 to 5 day period. So just finally on the pound. The pound, like the Aussie, is in more of a range, and we're seeing two levels of support again. So we've got some support at 30.31 and then a bit more support here at 30.67, which was a previous high. Now we've seen a pretty nasty looking range here, and we did see an attempted break last night, and the trends at the moment, we do still have one trend there, but the fast trend is at this point is well and truly broken, and we can see that in two spots. So again, like with the other two, we just want to see if sellers are able to fade this rally we've seen today and then maybe push at testing or breaking some of the support. If we do see a fail, we may see a bit more further pushing and shoving in this area here. So finally, we're just going to touch on stocks. Stocks have been pretty much ignoring the USD, what it's been doing. We've seen the US 30 extend gains from yesterday. It's trading at above the nearly 28.5 at the moment. So that was a beautiful little trend continuation put in on Friday after a pretty deep test lower. And we are just going to touch on the SPX as it does push to new records at this stage in the European session, just approaching the open of the London session, and the Nasdaq as well pulled back from records last night, and we are seeing buying is pretty active at the moment. So at the moment, there's no real potential in as a buy that I can see. It's really now just a bit of a wait to see if we do get a pullback and how that pullback looks, and if it does set up a new entry point like we saw back here. And there's no real resistance to look at apart from yesterday's high, because we are trading at record levels. So I did see Sprouted, I won't say Sprouted, but comment today that ideas are, if this rally does progress, will we see the Dow get to 30,000? That's quite interesting to think about. But when you look at the fight back it has been staging, and with the hopes really driving around a vaccine for the COVID-19, well, anything is possible. But with the US election coming, that could also put up some of its own influences depending on how that turns out. So definitely some interesting times at the moment. But with the US 30, we can see here that if we do see markets continue to rally, that the next level of resistance we'll be looking at potentially coming in halt buyers could be around that 28,971 point. So that's it for today. Have a fantastic rest of the trading day, and until tomorrow, good trading and bye for now.